Okay, so I'm going to do this live stream while you play, okay? Hey guys. What's up? Welcome back to my channel. So, my boy is playing with his trains, and he wants me to sit in here while he does that. So, that's what I'm doing. Look at him down there with all his trains. I wanted to come and talk to you guys about finding resources if you're struggling with your recovery or if you need help. A lot of the times when we get sober or when we are, you know, trying to get sober, hey Crystal, a lot of the times what will happen is we'll struggle with like housing, or we'll struggle with, you know, stability in somewhere, a place to live. I know when I first got sober, or several times, hey Sam, several times when I was, you know, when I would relapse, I would like lose everything. I would lose my apartment. I would lose my car. I would have waiting, like I would have nothing, like nothing. And I think that's what happens to a lot of addicts when we relapse and we go back out, is a lot of the times it's just that fast. Everything goes downhill. We lose everything. Hey, Sandra. Hey, so let's go do our shout outs. Sandra, Bama, and Sam are here. Hey, y'all. Give the video a thumbs up, and you know the deal. Subscribe. Why not? What you got to lose? So what I was thinking I could talk to you guys about today is just like how to find resources and what to do if you're struggling and you're trying to get sober and you're willing to make changes and take suggestions. There's ways to go about seeking help, okay? And it's not even hard, like for real. Okay, so if you are indigent and don't have a job and don't have any money and basically just like, you know, don't have anything like I was when I first got sober, all you have to do is get online and Google, you know, state-funded rehab, okay, and it'll pull up all the treatment centers in your area that are state-funded. And also, if you will call up to those treatment centers, like the minute Monday comes around, call up there. Yeah. Well, you know what to do. Go poo-poo, son. You better hold it in there.
I'm going poo-poo, Dad.
Don't you go poo-poo in your pants.
Good boy.
I already did.
You already did.
Wait, don't tell him.
I'm not telling nobody. Come here.
I'm joking.
Okay. There you go. Good job.
Can you go away, please?
Yeah, we're going to take a bath now. Look. Oh, almost.
No, I don't want to take a bath.
We got to take a bath. If you will look up state-funded places and all you have to do is Google it. We all have the internet, you guys. Google state-funded treatment centers and reach out to them. Call them. Don't just like, because what happens is I almost think that we think, oh, well, I can't call. I'm embarrassed, or I'm scared, or what if they don't, you know, they're waiting for you to call. You know what I mean? Like, yeah? Okay. That's how you get clean, is by calling. Hold on, let me get Nate. Do you want to get in the bath, Nate? Okay, I'm coming. You peed on the ground. What? I got this. What happened here? Bend over. Look at all. You're getting in the bath.
No.
Yes.
No.
Watch your video.
I did.
Nate, no, you have to take a bath. Okay, come on. Come on. Watch out. Hold on. Don't let everybody see you. See the camera right there. Hold on. Let me. You guys stay up here. Do not look. I gotta get Nate in the bath time. Okay, come here. Come on, kitty bot. Where's the stopper at? There it is. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for. Okay, I'm gonna lower it.
It's not really cold.
There you go. Okay, sorry. Yeah, today is Sunday. So, oh gosh, you got to reach out to these places and call them and be persistent. When I went to treatment, you guys, I called every day to check in and ask them if they had openings. A lot of the times, they will put you on a waiting list, but that waiting list is just like, yeah, it's just to basically like see how willing you are, I think, a lot of the times. And a lot of the times the waiting list will like open up and you'll be able to get in. And then also there's sober living houses that you guys can go to if you're willing to make changes and you need support and a structured environment. You can move into sober living. Oh man, I'm tired. So those are different options, you know, but you got to stay persistent and call the places, you know. When you are wanting to get well and get help, it's not just going to show up and land in your lap. Like, it's going to have to be something that you work at and you strive to get there, you know. And you're going to have to let go of that pride and just ask for help, you know, and not be embarrassed. Do not be afraid. Do not be shameful. Do not be nervous. Just do it. Just take the plunge, you know. Hey, Jason, just like you took the plunge whenever you took pills or drank or did dope for the first time, you know, you weren't scared then. So now this is about getting your life back. We got to just take the plunge and do it. So, I'm waiting a list for. What you do is you get online, Sam, and you Google rehab, alcohol detox, alcohol rehab, or whatever treatment you're looking for. Okay? And there'll be a list of places that pops up, and you just call them, all of them. Hey, what's up? My name's Sam, and I'm an alcoholic, and I'm looking for treatment. Sandra, what are you talking about? What, Neil?
I thought you would have like cleaned it out.
Oh, well, just rinse this little crack off. That's all he needs.
I'm not getting out yet.
Okay. I'm silly. And there's also people like me who I don't work in treatment, but I you know, can help you find treatment because I've been there before. I'm telling you guys, whenever I found treatment, sorry, my ear is really bothering me. Whenever I found treatment, I just called the local rehab, because there's a rehab here called Oasis. And I called them and I was like, hey, I need help, you know, and they told me what to do. Most of the time what they'll have you do is fill out an assessment. Basically what they're asking you is all about your drug history. They ask you about violence, if you had any violent history, if you have any mental illnesses, so that way they can, you know, properly serve you. Because sometimes we need more than just treatment for our addictions. Sometimes we need treatment for our mental illnesses also. So that would be like a dual diagnosis treatment center.
That was my mom. Her name's Brenda. She said thank you, and she did.
Sandra, what did you do last night, girl? You know, you called me at like 2 in the morning. I was like, what is going on? I couldn't answer. I was in bed in between my son and my husband. Sandra, I said, this girl's crazy as a Betsy butt. Her phone, I think she broke her phone last night. Hey, Michelle, what are you doing? Sandra, what is going on? Did you read? Did people stay away from benzodiazepines? Oh, girl. Everybody, I mean, listen to me. It takes time to taper off benzos. I want you to look up this channel. God, what is it called? It's this guy. Six Low, I think his name is. Six Low. Sixlow. And he has a channel about how he tapered off of Xanax. And it's a good channel. Check him out. He did a slow taper. He talks about what he's going through now that he's off Xanax. And he struggles still with like these, like he'll talk about how he has these like brain, I don't know how to explain it. Like these tinges in his brain where it like it feels like he says like it's electricity. Oh, Sandra, do you have DID, dissociative identity disorder, where you have multiple personalities? Because, you know, you remember we talked, Sandra, yesterday morning, and then last night you called me at like 2 o'clock. But a lot of people are prescribed benzos for anxiety share, and a lot of people have to take them, you know, for the rest of their life. You know what, Sam? Whenever I got off Xanax, because I used to take them bitches like by the handfuls. I was in rehab and I went cold turkey off of them and was sick. And I'm talking to you guys, for 6 months after I got off benzos, my brain was not the same. It's hard, but you can do it. It can be done. There's nothing we can't do. When I came off benzos, Cher, I went into rehab to do it. It was when my son got taken away. So I went into detox first, though. I had to go into a medical detox first. I haven't taken one in 3 years. And I used to take them every single day. I mean, copious amounts. Like, I wouldn't just take them as prescribed. I would take them and abuse them. And then I would buy them off the streets. I would write prescriptions for them. But that's the thing, like, it takes different amounts of time for everybody. Like, I've been off of Xanax for 3 years. I've been off of meth for 3 years. I've been off of alcohol. I mean, I've been sober for 3 years, but I take Suboxone, you know, and that helps me stay sober from opiates. But other drugs, like, I have to work my program, you know? You know, natural remedies. Let me think. For anxiety. Girl, after you take Xanax, there ain't nothing like Xanax. There's nothing like taking a benzo for your anxiety. It literally gets rid of it like that. I'm sure you could do yoga and breathing treatments or breathing exercises, but you know how it is. Like, Xanax is like, oh. Oh, Sam, you're going to be all right. You're on 1 milligram twice a day now. Well, you know what I would do? I would take that 1 milligram, if you can half it, and do 0.5 4 times a day. So that way it might help a little bit more, you know? But you're going to have to get off of it, Sam. You know what I'm saying? To get sober off alcohol, girl. That's the thing. You know, I know your doctor didn't take you off because she was just trying to be an asshole. It's because you're drinking, babe, and that drinking and taking benzos can kill you. You could go to sleep and never wake up, girl.
Go get a pair.
Hey, Frank. I know that you got a lot of like PTSD and stuff from things that you've gone through, but we got to get your drinking you got to get your drinking under control. That's the biggest thing that's affecting your life right now is the alcohol. And if you can get sober off alcohol, then I feel like once you do that, everything else is just going to fall into place. Oh, Sam, Legends Mommy. Once you kick alcohol's ass, then you're going to be smooth sailing. Like, seriously. I feel like once you get sober off alcohol, it's going to change your life. You're going to feel so much better. You're going to be able to wake up in the morning and not worry about what you did the night before. You're not going to be drunk texting. You're not going to be, like, embarrassed to talk to people. You know, alcohol has a lot to do with that social anxiety and stuff. Because what it does when we abuse it is it makes us recluse and isolate.
You think I'm stuck?
I know, I used to do the same thing. You know, there's I'm not, like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. I did the same thing. I just want you to I don't want you to do it anymore. I want you to get help for it, you know. What kind of friend would I be if I acted like it's cool? Like, oh, girl, it's cool. Just drink yourself to death. It's all good. Like, I have to tell you guys the truth. Like, I don't want you guys to die.
Mom,
Yeah? Hey,
Can
dude.
you come back in my room? Please.
I want you to sit down. We need to talk to the people. Hey, guys. Nate wants to come say hi. Say hi to everybody. Guess what, y'all? Nate got a call back from the school, so he gets to start school tomorrow.
And I got called back from Ryan Toy Review.
Oh, and Ryan's Toy Review they want to guest him on the show. He's going to be famous.
Is Ryan really real, Mom?
Yeah, he's a real boy.
Is he really? Is he in this state?
No, I think he lives in California.
Where is he? Can we go meet him, Bar?
Ooh, it would take us 3 days to get there. Oh, Sandra says, aloha, Nate. Say hola.
No. Look at my lip. I've been my lip.
Let me see. Can I kiss it?
Ew.
All right, bye.
Come with me in my room.
Oh! You're heavy.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Come with me back in my room, please.
He is such a big boy. I love him so much. Nate, let me talk to the people and I'll be in there in a minute. We're doing trains.
Can you come in my room?
We have been being so lazy today, y'all.
Get some train
Me
tracks.
and Neil and Nate have been so lazy all day.
Everywhere.
Oh, she's Spanish, Sandra.
How can I do
Are
that?
you Spanish, Sandra?
I'm so
Oh, are you Hawaiian? I can't remember what you told me. So, okay, anyway, resources to get help. So make sure that,
His name was Andre. And he chose
what was I going to tell you? Oh, also, if you guys, like, are destitute and you can't find help and you don't know where to call, if you'll let me know, I can help connect you to people who work for treatment centers who will help you find somewhere. I know. Sam, that breaks my heart every time you even bring it up because I know how much it bothers you and I know that you carry a lot of guilt over that. But you've got to let that guilt go because, listen, there's nothing we can do to take it back or change it. Your baby is in heaven, and now you got to move on and make better choices because
We're not the same.
you don't want to live your life making those same choices you did before. And at least if you make better choices and change now, you can basically show your little angel baby up in heaven that you're doing the right thing and you're changing your life now. Sometimes it takes great tragedies for us to wake up and realize that we got to make changes, you know? I mean, look at me. It almost took me losing my kid to the state for me to wake up. And that was the biggest wake-up call of my life. There was nothing else that could have happened that would have woke me up. It had to be like that, you know? But just don't be discouraged. I wanted to tell you guys, like, if you're struggling, I got resources, and all you got to do is message me. Y'all know how to get a hold of me. What else was I going to say? I've been watching Vegan Cheetah vlogs from last week, and everybody's been saying, you know, go check on him, make sure he's okay. So I messaged him over on Instagram. and I got a hold of him, and he supposedly was going to a meeting in Venice. So I was, you know, trying to look up sober living houses for him in California. But it's hard whenever you're on Suboxone because a lot of places won't take kids that are on Suboxone in sober living. So I'm trying to work that out. But we got to help people whenever we can, you know, no matter who they are. And we all have to work together.
Please. You don't have to do this. Yes, I do.
Sam, listen to me, okay?
You don't want to.
When you're sick with a disease of addiction, okay,
You're afraid, but you don't have to do.
we will do anything. Remember my video about incomprehensible demoralization, how I would use drugs and do whatever I could to get my next drug? When we're under that addiction and we can't stop, we'll do anything. And I used while I was pregnant too, and it was something I'm not proud of. I'm so ashamed of it. But you know, the whole thing is I can't stay in that shame because I'm not going to progress through it if I stay in it. You've got to move past that and through it. Let it be a lesson to you. Learn from it. But right now, you know what you're showing me? You're not learning from the lesson. You're still doing the same Now I'm about to get heated. You need to learn from this lesson and get the help. Because if not, you're just repeating the same behavior. And then basically your little baby's death was all in, what was it for? I mean, you've got to learn from it. I know that sounds so insensitive, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, but use that as motivation to change your life. You've got to do something differently because you're just going to keep repeating those same things over and over and over again. But I bet I don't feel any. Well, Sam, you know, a lot of us don't know how to grieve because when we're in our addiction, we don't feel feelings. We just drink and use and drink and use. You know, the reason you're drinking is so you don't have to feel. And so what you got to do, you got to get somewhere where you can sober up.
Whoa, that's on the beach.
What if I did?
You got to make a decision, Sam. For real. You have a family. Your mom supports you. I know she wants you to get better. I know because she messaged me a long time ago before I ever met you. And she wants you to be better, girl. And we all want you to be better. We're all here for you. None of us are mad or angry at you. We just want you to get better.
Dude, here goes the tunnel.
Well, you know what, Sandra? I'm glad you got rid of Rosa because she don't have no place over here. Sometimes we have to make decisions, and it's just like,
Two of them there.
you know, there's no time to be had anymore, Sam. You're on your last leg, girl. Next, you're going to be dead. It's a learning process. You know, I don't know if you guys follow the Rewired Soul, but he just uploaded a video today. One of his friends died of a heroin overdose, and it was really sad. And he was talking about it, and it's when you lose someone and you're grieving, it's all like different stages of grief. Anger, resentment, sadness, like all kinds of different up and down, up and down. But all I know is that today I don't have to pick up drugs to cope with those feelings. And that's the thing, like, I want you guys to get to a point where you don't have to pick up drugs to cope with your feelings, you know, and that's what I'm here for. So,
keep on going.
I want you guys to start getting, like, remember what we talked about last week and how I challenged all of you to connect with one person that you can talk to and share anything about? Did any of you guys go and do that? Did any of you guys go and find someone like basically a mentor or an accountability partner, like a sponsor that you can share with how you're feeling?
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't done that yet, I want all of us to get on it.
Hurry in. Chorizo is almost gone. Chipotle, for real. You headed down the highway.
Exactly. If you don't change. But you're going to change, right? And then you know what you can do? Then you know what you can do, Sam? Then you can go around helping other girls who are pregnant, who have addictions, and you can get, that's what
Oh, it just keeps on
my
going.
whole purpose in life is to help other women who are going through the same thing I'm going through. It gives me a purpose, it makes me happy, it gives me a reason to be, you know, excited about being in recovery. And so if you get sober and get your life together, then you can literally start a foundation and call it your baby's name, Alcohol Recovery Foundation, and you can go around and help women who are pregnant with a disease of addiction and help teach them how to stay sober and what to do to get through grieving a loss of a loved one or a baby. And you can help with resources on how to get them into treatment or therapy for pregnant women. I mean, girl, you could turn this around real quick. You're a lot younger than I am. You could be doing so much more. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. You got to turn your this whole tragedy around and make it something, and make it your purpose.
No.
And it can be done.
See? It's scratching it.
Oh, yeah. Now it's going to go down a little.
I mean, I know I just have a little YouTube channel, you guys, but this is going to, watch me. Hey, I'm doing good. Watch me grow this little channel into a whole nonprofit organization helping addicts and alcoholics get treatment or something like that. Y'all come back here in about 5 more years. I'm going to be on and popping. We're going to have a whole recovery army. And yours truly will be at the forefront of the line of the line of army people for recovery. I'll be leading the way. You know, because I did all that shitty shit. Now I got to turn it into some good stuff, you know, and help other people. That's how you get better, is by helping others. I'm telling you. It's like, it gives you like, once you've been out there and done so many bad things, if you can flip it around and start doing good for people, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It cancels out all that bad stuff. But it really does feel better, though, in the inside, you know?
They're racing. Look, they're racing. Look.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. Like, there's a purpose for all of us, you know? Because if there wasn't, we would be dead. If there wasn't, our addiction would have taken us out a long time ago. Because anybody who does the stuff that we do, you guys, isn't supposed to be alive. Can I get an amen? Yeah, when I'm in self-pity mode and I'm like, woe is me, I'm 36 and my life is not where it's supposed to be. When I'm like that, and my sponsor would always say, go help somebody. Go help somebody. And Jason, you're going to be there. It's going to be like, I'm telling you, just making the steps in the right direction. Your family is going to be so excited because they're going to see a change in you. You know, they're going to see that you are getting out and not just reclusing away and not just staying in your room and being high, you know? And it takes, you know, I would always cry because I was like, my dad would always say to me, like, why can't you just quit? Why can't you just quit? I mean, he would ask me all the time. He would ask me when I was high. He would ask me when I came over for dinner. Like, he would always just say, why can't you just quit? And I always could tell, you know, I had all these reasons why I couldn't quit. But now, like 3 years now, 3 Christmases, y'all, 3 Thanksgivings that I've been able to show up on time for Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner, that I've been able to like host my family and have them come over to my house and vice versa. You know, just doing things that I never thought I could ever do before because I couldn't stay sober. And
Because you never come down here.
my dad calls just to talk to me. Just to say, hey, I hadn't heard from you in about a week and I wanted to make sure you're doing okay. Do you know that he never did that when I was high? Because he thought, oh, y'all, it was just bad. He couldn't talk to me. I couldn't talk.
You were trapped.
And now we talk all the time. So it's a good feeling to have your family proud, you know? But don't be disappointed if you get sober, okay? And then they're like hovering, helicopter parents, and worried that you're going to relapse. Because I've experienced that too.
Me? I'm trying every day.
And what a letdown. It's like, leave me alone. I'm not going to relapse, you know? Sometimes that happens. So do not be discouraged. It doesn't mean they're not proud of you. They're just afraid. Because it's scary. It's scary when we make changes and we get sober because our parents don't know what to do. They don't know what to expect. They get worried that we're going to relapse. I mean, oh, it's scary. It's scary for them. I know it's scary for me. Sorry. But I'm telling you, like, that's, like, I'm really just straight up with my parents. Like, they know I'm very open about, like, my program and what I do. And, like, I offer my mom, if she wanted to, she could go with me to some functions and stuff. And I think that at first my mom and dad were afraid, but they would never show it. But my mother-in-law, she is like the control of all controllers. And she would show it. She would show up at our house uninvited to check on us. Lord. I don't know if that's just like mother-in-law isms or whatever, but I thought it was going to drive me crazy. I was like, no wonder your son can't stay sober because your ass won't leave him alone. You know? But now she's a lot better and I stay in communication with her. So I think that eases her scaredness, you know? Just don't expect anything. I know, I'm so bad. They tell me that expectations are resentments waiting to happen. So don't put any expectations. Like when you get sober and you get your life together, just take it one day at a time. Literally. Because if you don't, what happens is we get ahead of ourselves and we set ourselves up for failure. You know what I mean? And also when I think too far ahead of myself, I get, how do I explain this? Like I get let down. I almost expect more than what's really going to happen. You guys, getting sober is so much more than just stopping drinking. You're going to have so many emotions. I mean, so many emotions. You're going to cry all the time. I mean, I still do. I've been crying for 3 years now. You're going to have just floodgates of emotions coming through. And you got to just let the emotions come. Because it's going to be, you're going to get caught off guard. Because for so long, you dulled down your feelings and you just muted them out, you know, with drugs and alcohol. So when all your feelings, it's like your nerve endings are just, and it's crazy. I mean, especially if you've been on opiates for a long time, and then you like, you know, get intimate, then you're gonna be like feeling it all and being real, you know, like frisky. Oh, and I think alcoholics go through that same thing. Like when they get sobered up, they probably get more feeling, you know, in their loins. And that's probably why people in early recovery try to get into relationships so soon, because they all get horny. Do not get into relationships before you've got a year sober. Do not do it. Go get a cat or a dog or something. I'm serious. Before I met Neil, I can tell y'all, I had so many rehab romances that almost took me out. I almost died because of all these damn rehab romances. And they were the worst relationships I've ever been in my life. The next story time that we're going to have tomorrow is going to be about a rehab romance I had. And y'all just buckle up and be ready, because I'm going to upload that by 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. I just got inspired. Like, it just hit me and I remembered. But y'all have got to hear the story. You're going to die. But I'm not going to, y'all got to wait for it, because I want to do it on a story time. Listen to me. It's true, though. Like, once you start frequenting treatment centers, you can literally pick out the people who are going to, like, get a boyfriend within the first week, relapse within the first month, and get kicked out.
I wouldn't do that.
When I was living at the halfway house, I had been there for like 6 months. Me and the girls would sit at the cafeteria and we would watch the new people that were checking in. We would guess their drug of choice. We would guess their drug of choice, and we would guess how long they would make it. We would bet, you know, and that's, y'all, I'm telling you, it's just normal. Welcome to recovery. Welcome to addiction. Yeah, we would size them up, you know. And then you always knew when, like, a little cute boy would come in that all the girls in the halfway house were going to be trying to hit on him or get with him, you know. Or he was going to have, I remember this one kid. I'll tell you one story about this guy named Trevor. This kid had every girl in the halfway house on a string. I'm talking, he had Jennifer driving him to and from work. He had Ashley, my friend that passed away. He had Ashley waiting for him when he would get home from waiting tables at Mimi's. And she would wait for him in the lobby. And then I would have to pick this little turd knocker up from work in the evening times. And I was way older than him. But this kid, I literally watched him play these little girls like tops. And you could see them a mile away. You know, the people that are serious about their recovery, you can tell, because they stay to themselves and they stick with people who are serious. Jordan, girl. I've been there. Crazy times, crazy times. Yeah, I'm not telling you guys. You have to wait for story time tomorrow. And listen, if any of you are getting ready to go into treatment, you keep these thoughts in your mind, and remember, no rehab romances, no hooking up with the young dudes. Stick with the winners and the sober people who have been sober longer than you, okay? Don't start hanging out with all the new kids. Worst decision you could ever make, because what happens when all the new kids relapse? They take you with them. Happens every time. Happens every time. But I'm telling you, like, living in a halfway house or sober living, it can be really beneficial, because you can, like, learn. You can just learn to live on, like, a plan, a schedule. It helps a lot to get yourself stabilized out. But anyway, I'm hanging up now. I'm going to snuggle up with the boys, wash my face. Tomorrow, I will upload story time by 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Look for it. Y'all are going to laugh. I'm going to have y'all all dying, but it really gets serious at the end. But Jordan, I love you, girl. I'm so glad you made it over here to the live stream. I've been live streaming a lot, you guys, so if you're, you know, just check the channel periodically. I'm usually on here once or twice a day, so I love you guys. Hope y'all have a great night, and thank you for coming. Jason, Tuesday, we all got to cheer Jason on, because he's going to the doctor on Tuesday. So that's it. Frank's going through the worst day, I think, of his withdrawal today. So right now, everybody wish Frank well. He's going through it today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? I love you guys. Good night, everyone. If you're not sober, you can do this. Get sober. Make the change. Let's do this together. You guys, I'll see you tomorrow. 2 p.m. Central Standard. All right. Bye.